Hey everybody, here's another quick video, still in Yarnell, Arizona. Once again, about 30 miles south of Prescott. Come across this Texaco station. I want to say historic. They got it really well redone. It's obviously closed, and those that might follow me know that I'm a big Route 66 enthusiast, that I volunteer at the historic Richfield service station in Rancho Cucamonga on Foothill Boulevard / Route 66 on the corner of Archibald and Foothill. I volunteer there two Sundays a month pretty much, but I like this architecture. If you look at the rock base area, it's reminiscent, or it's reflective of Cool Springs, which is right outside of, hey, so I was fortunate to actually be invited into the station, if you don't mind, so this is Scott, really nice guy. He's giving me the history of the station, and here's the inside. So this is the inside of the garage, similar to what we want to do at the Arco station. I'm sorry, at my Richfield station. But Scott was telling me, so he becomes the owner in 1984. 85. He becomes the owner in 85, and he has it open from 85 to 94. But when he closed it, he just didn't walk away from it. The outside is beautiful. He's put a lot of personality into this.
You want this in it too?
Yeah, sure. So, but he had it for 11 years. And one thing that he had in his favor is that his tanks, this station opened up originally around 1930, and his station had a larger tank, an underground tank to store the fuel, which he would be able to accept a full tanker load, which cost less per gallon for him, and he passed that savings on to the customer. The other competitive stations in the area, about 3 to 4 other stations, they had smaller tanks which were regulated because of their delivery, either getting multiple trucks or unfortunately having to charge a higher price because they were paying a higher price because they weren't able to get as much fuel. So he was the only show in town. Unfortunately, somebody opened up down the road and got another station opened up, was selling a cheaper gas, kind of undercutting Scott. And it just came to a point in his career and in the station opening that he just closed up shop and did what I was showing you guys on the outside. So here is, when I was talking about the rock formation looking like Cool Springs, so here's the outside of the station. Now those pumps he has covered, I thought were the pumps that were here in 1994 when he closed. But then he shows me this postcard and he says, no, what I ended up doing was recreating what the pumps would have looked like close back to the 30s and 40s. So that's what's underneath those pumps that are covered. There's the truck I shot. There's the overlook thing. And now what he's doing is that he's doing a painting. He does some of these paintings. So he spends his time in retirement. He will do a painting of the station. So there's the station. There's a rendition of it, the outline, and then somebody wants a car painted in front of the station. Similar to what we do at the Richmond station, the Richfield station, is that we have our station set up and cars will actually pull up front and we'll take pictures in front of our pumps. I'm going to share a little bit of that history and what we do at the Richfield station with Scott in just a bit. But I'm going to wrap up this part of the video. Did I miss any details, Scott? Did I miss anything? So, the car. He just uncovered this for me. Scott, I honestly don't know what I'm looking at. I'm not a car aficionado, so can you just tell me what I'm looking at?
A 1932 5-window coupe, Ford.
So it's a 1932 Ford 5-window coupe, and this is obviously yours. This is yours. How long have you owned it?
1964.
You've had this since 1964. Guys, I was born in 1969, and I feel old. So he had this 5 years before I was born. Now, when you got it in 64, how much different does it look today than it did in 64?
It was just an old car with no motor, transmission, nothing.
So he buys it in 64, pretty much a shell of a car. And this is operational today, right? You can drive. Yeah. So he has it fully operational, put it back into operational condition. Once in a great while, we will see these at the Richfield station, but not a lot. And because I don't know much about, wow, what year is this car?
32.
So this is a 1932 car, and you found a 1932 license plate?
Well, you just put that on. You know, my son collects these. We just put that on there.
Oh, okay.
It's not the real plate.
Oh, okay. So this is like this, but it looks cool because it says Arizona 1932, and it's a 1932 vehicle. Was this cargo or a rumble seat?
It could have been, when they made them, they were either way. But this
Okay.
was the trunk.
Okay, so was it up to the consumer to say what they wanted, or is it on the lot the way that it was?
I wasn't there then.
He wasn't there in 1932.
It was hinged either way. The rear window went down because if the people were sitting back here, they could talk.
Oh, okay. How did the rear window go down?
Inside.
It just rolls like you're...
Yeah.
So these are all the things if I paid attention. Now we have a car show in Rancho Cucamonga at the end of June. So if I see some of these cars, I really got to get into asking these questions. We get these questions sometimes at the Richfield station. Fortunately, I work with a very automobile knowledgeable person named Tom, and he knows exactly what I'm looking at. But this was a real treat. I didn't expect to be inside, but this is, I was telling somebody earlier, although Route 66 gets a lot of notoriety of their cafes, restaurants, gas stations, hotels, and motels, you find these places anywhere in the United States. If someone takes interest and a love and care of it, like Scott did, Scott could have walked away from all this if he wanted to, but instead he preserved it for people like me or anybody else interested in the auto industry, the fuel industry. I mean, he's just done a tremendous job, not only preserving it, but adding to it. And I'm gonna send this video to our volunteer group to say, hey, this is some cool ideas that we can do in our museum. And Scott, you know, he's very congenial. I was just standing outside. He invited me in to show me his stuff, and I was amazed.
Who were you talking? Oh, I see.
Oh, I was talking to my camera.
I know. I thought there was somebody standing here and you were over there.
So this is another part of the garage area, but Scott does all these. These are all for sale, and I'm going to get some information from Scott. If anybody is interested in coming and visiting the station, looking at his artwork, I'll put a link in the description box where you can come see him. That right there, I actually saw when we rode over here. That's up on a hill. That structure right there, I actually saw that. I didn't take time to take a picture of it. I wish I would have now. There's some more gas stations. That almost looks like the U-drop in Shamrock, Texas, but it's not.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that on the right end. Yeah, I didn't take a picture of it though.
I tried, but it was so far away. I took my son down there. He's got a camera that can
Zoom in.
Yeah, it's too far away from the highway.
It is, yeah.
There's a fence. You can't get near it.
Yeah, it says no trespassing and everything. And on the motorcycle, there was really no convenient place to park. But yeah, we saw that from the road.
Yeah.
But this is just an amazing thing that you've done here. I wish more people would be considered. I mean, he's making a lot of use of the space and his time. And I was going to show him the Coke machine because this is something we wanted to add it to our station. So he's got so I know Anthony from our station, we're trying to get something like that. We're trying to get a.
This is just an old refrigerator.
Oh, it's just a refrigerator.
Yeah, and I painted it, and a friend of mine did this.
Okay, so this is a retro look to a regular refrigerator, but for the way it looks, it fits it very, very well. He's got a lot of cool Texaco things. Oh, I was going to show you guys this. So there's a Route 66 painting there. And then behind it, is this your station behind it?
Yeah.
So he's got a painting right behind it where you can see like the doors up. Let's see if I can. Oh, great. So that's what we're looking at now. I'm in this part of the structure. I filmed in there, and then there's the front of it, and those are the pumps. Those aren't what they look like when he closed in '94, but he restructured everything to look like what it might have been in the 1930s.
Has passed away. The weirdest thing too, he slipped in the shower. So he must.
So I think I'm gonna do a walk around, Scott. I'm gonna come back and see. I want to get your information really quick. So this is the outside of the station as you see it from the street. Once again, I'm still in Yarnell. Prescott is that way. It's about 30 miles. So there's the part I was in. I did a lot of film. That's where he has a lot of the reconstruction stuff. That's where that car was at. There's another part of the garage. This is where the service station would have been. It looks like the Texaco logos have come off. The pumps are covered. And then you got a Coca-Cola sign on this side. So let me go ask him. And this looks like a gift shop. I'm gonna ask him if he's a cash or check only. Hey Scott, if somebody, I'm still rolling. If somebody wants to buy a painting, how would they do that?
Well, if you're from California, I've never shipped any, you know. Most of the ones I sell are just around here, or somebody sees one.
Okay.
I don't know about shipping.
So what's the address here? So I'm gonna give you an address in a second, and then also the gift shop next door. Is that also yours? That's his wife. So he has the gift shop next door also.
Hi, it's Jen with Elevated Shredding. We are excited to announce that.
So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna put the address in the description box. If you guys want to stop by, visit Scott. If you want to buy a painting, you want to buy a gift, you know, this is the place you want to come. This is the mom and pop. This is the feel of what I experienced on Route 66. But let me wrap this up. We got to get back on the road to Prescott. Like, subscribe, get out there and ride. Take time. Seriously, if you're a motorcycle rider, try to think of the journey, not the destination, because people would just drive past these places all day long and miss out on everything that places like this have to offer. All right, like I always say, life's a journey, make yours a good one. And I'll sign off with one more little pan around. There you go. Bye, everybody.